Yeah, like no, now something now we can see back home. We have especially those things there. Thinking about evil, thinking, and there's those Nigeria movies. Always they keep showing, and that's the things I want to try to. How can I get this message back home? Those movies, those things we keep showing our kids. We used to see them, we used to enjoy them, watching them, you think, but it's making in our mind. It's brain putting evil in our kids.
Those movies,
yes. But we think it's okay. Of course, somebody make money from it, but man, for parents who let those kids, but it's popular. But individual, we should start learning to let that children, that fear comes out from it. Those things make us fear, because in this whole world, any other places where we have like evil things, they only remain in Africa.
You think so? No, but it's everywhere.
No, majority now in Australia, you don't see it anymore.
What do you mean?
You don't hear people saying the witchcraft or whatever things there. Where did you see people talking about that in Australia?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yes, all those. It's put our brain and keep everybody in fear.
There's witchcraft. Those people do that tribe. There's witchcraft.
No, that's the witchcraft we think is something they have seen walking on the street. No, all witchcraft in their mind. Yes, there is no other way you go to see witchcraft.
I had a friend told me, he said, he's a footballer, and he said, I can't play for Tanzania because in Tanzania there's too much witchcraft, and maybe people can see you're a professional footballer. I can't play back in my home.
Yes. So do you imagine how many people, young people, still thinking that witchcraft is something they go to find somewhere on the street, or somebody's going to do for them, or what kind of nonsense like that? But we believe it for many years.
But he's out to see it.
We believe it. We used to go to watch football, and we have to make sure the team it is witchcraft. Everything's there. They have, but see, always those things have been in our mind, and no one start thinking this is not true. No one even can talk about it. When you go to think you are crazy, but you be honest to what you have seen and experience.
So there was a situation, Pogba. You know Pogba?
Mm.
Oh, so sad. So the brother, there must have been a split. I don't know. People said people were stealing money, this and this. The brother went to the news and said, "You guys think Paul Pogba is such an Then he said he did juju.
Yes.
He said because they're from here, he did juju on Mbappe. He did juju. Like you said, you don't hear that anywhere else.
No, anywhere else. So that the things that we still behind, because people still thinking jujus, people still always putting it. Jujus, it's mind. It's mental sickness.
It is.
Yes, it's a mental sickness. So they have the name they call it, but it's mental sickness. See, people here will get stress. So stress is a juju like anything else, but here we call it stress. You have to go to the doctor, or you go to see the psychiatrist if you have mental sickness.
On this path of life that I'm on right now, I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about my financial future. How can I make important moves now that are going to impact me when I'm older? This video is sponsored by Raiz. Every time you get an income, you can set weekly, monthly, daily investment goals. You can put aside money while you're growing and seeking the best future for yourself. For me, what I do is every week I have an amount and it puts the money into the stock market. It's all about compounded interest. The actions and the things that you do today are impacting your future. So for me to continually having that compounding interest of money being put away into the stock market, by the time I'm 30, 40, 50 years old, that amount is generational wealth. That is the power of compounded interest. It's always important to think about your future, always important to think about tomorrow and 20 to 30, 40 years from now. What Raiz has done with the Rubasha Family Podcast, they're going to give you $5 once you sign up with the Raiz app and you're approved. You can start your financial journey today. None of this is financial advice. Hit the link in the description, get $5 into your account once you're approved, and get started on your investment journey today.
So the mental sickness is those witchcraft. We call witchcraft. We call them juju. Yes, because where else do you see them? But in mind, you can't see them on the street.
But do you think that the mind is powerful where someone can be, maybe this, like they say juju or the witchcraft is that person, a powerful person is thinking bad, something, you're going to get an injury, and they're using their mind power and they're devoting it to you. You think that's rubbish?
See, everybody can wish you bad things, but also bad things to happen to you, it's your weakness, it's yourself. But it's you adopted. But if you do your own way, your own things there, it doesn't come. Yes, yeah. But as I say, because when they say it, they put in your mind. So they put the fear in your mind. See? So when they put the fear in your mind, you get scared. You see those things in your mind. You see all those things you're thinking in your mind. There's no other way you see them.
And this happens. And
you put it in any color you want it. You put it in any clothes you want it. If you see them, those Nigeria movie, you see them, those the one you see is what they see. That's why Nigeria always have those movie. They make a lot of money because the people, what they see is what they see those movies.
And it's crazy, when I was a little kid, I used to see it and it used to scare me.
Yes. Even as we see them with those made, everything they we see it. Those they fear.
Music. I used to get scared of those. I remember I used to have like nightmares as a kid.
Yes. You remember those music, and then you see there's something continue to happening, something like that. Like that things, if we don't stop it in Africa, we're going to continue to be behind. We're going to continue to damage our kids unknowingly. We don't know it's bad. We thought it's entertainment. No, that is not entertainment. That's not entertainment. Put the kids fear every day.
And the mind. And that thing, I agree with you with even that juju, and we see that even here. I'll give you an example. Like you said, for someone says something, you adopt that fear stresses you, and then you call that juju because that person wished it. It's just like the same way you go on the news and the newscast, or someone says, you're listening to the news and they say, you're in fear, it's a recession, and da-da-da. That's juju.
Of course, that juju, that's make you get scared.
Oh, then you're living in lack and fear because you watched it on the news, because it's happening around the world.
Yes.
Saying no.
Oh my God. And then you have some money to do something there, and then you're scared. You lose wrong things there because, and that how.
And you project that fear onto you.
Me, I remember all my motivation speaker, what they say this thing was, most times it was 1900, 1930. It's still the same things. The same news is still the same up now. Now it become bigger because now we can have them on internet, we can have them everywhere. But it's us again to have to know. And it's hard to teach people, it's hard to tell people, because when you change, people think, oh, this is false teaching, this is crazy. And we forgot we've been crazy for many generations.